Let's talk about basically. You've been doing this for quite a while now. What do you see as some of the biggest mistakes people make when they're looking at Medicare and signing up for the first time?
A good question. The folks that think they can do it on their own is usually the biggest mistake. Some people get through it and do okay, but there's an awful lot that may miss something. And if you miss some of those necessary rules, something that gets you into a penalty situation later on, it really can cost you an awful lot of money. It doesn't cost anything because it's illegal for someone to charge you to help with your Medicare options to seek counsel. So if you try to go find an agent or broker, talk to someone who knows the rules and has been there so they can help to guide you through that process, make sure you have the education you need to make your own decisions. We're not making decisions for you, but just giving you some counsel on what options might rise to the top. So it's important that you seek somebody's knowledge there, and just make sure, again, that you know what the rules and regulations are. Folks that are working beyond 65, and many people do now, are fine if they're covered by an employer who has more than 20 employees. If they have their employer's health insurance plan, they're fine and they won't get those late enrollment penalties. But they need to know how to apply for it once they do need to get on to Medicare Part B.
And those penalties can be pretty hefty.
So the penalties are 10% per year for Medicare Part B. For every year you should have had it or were eligible but didn't. And it's 1% per month for Medicare Part D for prescription drug coverage for every month that you didn't have coverage but were first eligible. So for example, if I turn 65 and I'm healthy, I don't take any medications, I don't need a prescription drug plan. But then by age 70, maybe my needs change. Now I need to sign up for a prescription drug plan. That 1% per month times 12 months times 5 years, now I'm paying 60% more for my prescription drug plan, and that penalty lasts for a lifetime.
And most people, I don't think, know about the penalties for not signing up when you're supposed to.
They hear about it, they might have an idea, but they don't really always know. So yes, it's important to find out the right information.
Okay, so give me 3 tips for someone who is about to become Medicare eligible.
Start early. That's a good idea because if you're Medicare, for example, if you're born on the 1st of the month, your Medicare actually starts the month before. And a lot of people don't know that either. So if I was born on February 1st, my Medicare starts January 1. So another good reason to start a little bit early. That 3 months before, is a good time to get started, gives you enough time to get your Medicare card. Remember, it takes 4 weeks for them to send it out in the mail, and gives you plenty of time to sign up for anything else that you might need. So that would be one tip. Number 2, I would say seek counsel, talk to somebody who knows what's going on. Yes, it's good to talk to your friends and family, somebody else who's been through it, but they might also be able to recommend you to a professional that can help you out as well. And then number 3, don't overlook providers, prescription drugs, all those kinds of things. There are things on the back end that you might not know, like increases over time, information about companies, those kinds of things that you might be able to find out through other sources that aren't there on the surface when you do a Google search. Don't answer your phone. I guess that should have been my first one, because there are so many people that are trying to scam you into signing up for something, whether it's when you're first eligible or when it's time for re-enrollment. They're out there. Don't answer the phone. If it's somebody important, they'll leave a message.
Okay, so, well, since you're talking about the phone, let's talk about the commercials. Now, let's talk about the commercials with these C-list celebrities pushing these plans. I think they're really misleading. Many of them. because, well, basically the way they word things and the way they make people think that this is your only option here, and you know, so talk about the commercials for a minute.
That's a very good point. The commercials do make everything sound so wonderful that there's so much out there for you. All you have to do is just pick up the phone and call. But it is not necessarily true in your area. Oftentimes what's done is they may pull a piece from this plan, a piece from that plan, a piece from this other plan. They'll put it all together like it's all included in one thing, and that's what they put on TV. Now they're starting to get cracked down on a little bit, so they're telling you, it depends on your zip code. And yes, it does depend on your zip code. But the key thing to take away is that Medicare is not offering any new benefits. If they were offering new benefits, all Medicare beneficiaries would automatically be signed up. You would not have to call to enroll. So don't fall for that. It's not something that they're doing out of the goodness of their heart. They're trying to get you to switch the plan that you're currently on, and that could be a problem if you currently are undergoing treatments or have a big prescription drug need, because they often don't follow through on the rest of the plan and how it's going to work for you.
And when you actually call, you're going to be calling some 800 number, and they're going to basically try to talk you into signing up for one of their plans, or you know, one of the plans that's going to pay them the most commission, or what? You know, what are they going to?
Right. They're just trying to get you to switch what you currently have, so that they can become what we call the broker of record, and that's who gets the commission. One of the reasons why there's no charge for anybody to help you out with Medicare options is because that's how we do make our money. We put bread on the table by signing people up for plans, and then our agreements are with the insurance companies. They're the ones who pay the commission. Yes, we all get that. It's pretty standard, however, across the board what is paid as far as commission is concerned. But nonetheless, they want to change you over from whatever it is that you're on so that they can then be eligible for that commission.
Okay. So any final thoughts? Anything we didn't cover you think we should add?
You've done a really good job of covering a lot of areas. I think you've really covered most of the things that I would say are the pitfalls. The commercials, the ads, what you get in the mail. That's another thing, is be very careful about what you get in the mail. If it comes from a place called Medicare.com, it is not real. Medicare.gov, socialsecurity.gov. Be really careful about where these things are coming from, because they will try to make it look like it's coming from Medicare or Social Security to get you off your guard and pick up that phone.
Okay, thank you.